Okay, so we just got done with week 8, and I mean, we're at a point where we still don't know what the hell is going on in terms of who's really good, but boy, do we know who's really bad. And yeah, a lot of teams just got their hopes absolutely shattered this week. So without further ado, let's begin, shall we? And thus is the way of Thursday Night Football. If we get a peak 10 out of 10 game like Steelers vs. Bengals last week, we're gonna get a game like this. It's the law of averages. We must reach equilibrium. And we got a game where I genuinely have no analysis whatsoever. I mean, this game ended in the early first quarter, but this was an impressive game for the Chargers overall. Like, it really was. It means their season is still alive. With Joe Alt, this team feels very different. Herbert lit up the Vikings all day long, so that's 2 games in a row of the elite Vikings pass defense getting shredded, and Carson Wentz was just a crash test dummy all game long. I mean, my man got his shit rocked, and just a few days after, he got put into the human pulverizer last week. So even if JJ McCarthy isn't 100% ready next week, I mean, they really don't have any other chance. There's no way Carson Wentz can roll his crippled ass out there next week. He is going to get his fucking leg ripped off. It got to a point where I literally turned the game off because I just felt bad. Like, he just... The dude was on the verge of tears every time he came to the sideline, and you knew he was going to go back in there for another beating. But the Vikings are in so much trouble. They need JJ McCarthy to come save them, but he's the reason their season is in this hole to begin with, because he didn't take that step that we all thought was there in the beginning. But he's still, like, basically a rookie. So I'm not ready to write him off yet, but he's going to need to go beyond Sam Darnold level if he's going to want to turn this Viking season around. Sunday was a rough day for the Jets. The news that Nick Mangold passed hit hard, and the football gods decided to help them out, because no team in the history of the NFL is more intertwined with the football gods and their twisted, sick sense of comedy. And we got a fun Jets football game. I mean, this team is so objectively funny. There is no game that they have played all year where both the offense and the defense played great. But they've had games where the defense has played great and where the offense has played great, but this wasn't one of those games. This was an offensive clinic of a game from both sides. They went into Cincinnati and won. They outdueled the best quarterback of all time in Joe Flacco, who just continues to ball out of his mind. The vibes couldn't have been more off, too. I don't know how the Jets pulled this off. All week, it seemed like they really were hoping Justin Fields got a bad piece of chicken this week at Arby's. Woody Johnson basically said he shouldn't have a job, and Tyrod Taylor looked at the Jets' depth chart and was like, yeah, I'm good. I don't particularly want to risk not being able to play with my kids on a 50-50 ball to Isaiah Williams, which is entirely reasonable, but we got a fun game. It's so fucking great, bro. Joe Flacco's right back to being the most fun quarterback to watch for no reason other than it's just funny to see. And we got a full-on shootout. Not in terms of through the air, because Justin Fields is still the quarterback in New York, but the run game. Breece Hall and Isaiah Davis were running through everything. That Breece Hall touchdown pass was hilarious, but they did it. They actually made a stop when they needed it. The defense was ass all day, but they did an amazing job willing Andre Iosivas to drop another pass. Dude is legitimately the worst wide receiver in fucking football. So, yes, man, let's do it. We gotta celebrate. Huge dub for the Raiders. The Jets tank is no more for now. We're coming for that first pick, baby. Woo!
Oh, shit!
We're really fucking doing this again? In a season where you already suffered your worst loss since the incident of 2016 versus Carolina earlier, I didn't think you would one-up that. But I mean, what do you want from me? Do you want me to pretend that I'm fucking surprised? Should you be surprised? No. Fuck no. It's the Falcons. It's in their DNA. I mean, this is it. This is the game where you realize the Falcons aren't scaring anyone with this regime. Your season is fucking over. Not in terms of, like, wins. You'll probably win, like, 7 or 8 games, but your hopes for anything beyond a wildcard appearance are gone. This is not a threatening team to anyone. Because as much as I'd love to pile on Kirko and point and laugh at the old fuck who just kind of played with himself for 4 quarters, having Penis out there wouldn't have fixed anything. Penis is not a game changer at this point in his career. So I don't want to hear injuries as an excuse. This shit is rotten to its core. Raheem Morris's family could be executed in front of him, and he'd be deadpan and emotionless. Does he have thoughts? What does he even do? What is he adding to this team in terms of value? And the same for the whole staff and organization, too. Your GM in year number 5 hasn't had a winning season, and there's just no excuse to get fucking pummeled by a team that's quit on themselves. Tua with one eye diced you up for a hyper-efficient 4 touchdowns, coincidentally after the FBI is getting involved into sports betting, just throwing that out there, and your game plan against the worst run defense in the whole entire damn league was to give Bijan 5 first half touch. I'm sorry, I don't even think I got carried away. It's just the fucking truth. There's no point in even, like, giving any interest to this team. The ceiling is so defined with this coaching staff and core. Just give up. Fucking wash your hands and turn it over to someone who actually gives a shit about winning, because it's sickening to watch you waste a top 3 offensive line, a top 3 running back, a top 10 wide receiver, and a pretty solid quarterback when he's playing at his best. It's fucking putrid, and this defense is absolutely nothing without Divine Diablo. Absolutely disgusting. Just disgusting. Well, that's just sad, isn't it? Cam Scattaboo might just be done in the NFL. I mean, that injury was awful, absolutely gross, and for a running back, especially a late day pick one in Scattaboo, I don't know, man, it's not looking ideal for his future for sure. Remember David Wilson? Exactly. He was good too once upon a time, but the Giants are actually fucked now. The football gods tried to keep them down with the neighbor's injury and they didn't listen, so they had to be smited down, and boy were they, as they also allowed the Eagles to have a get-right game, and even more than that. I mean, good for Philly though, and Jalen Hurts, because we finally got to see some of their 2024 Eagles luster back. Saquon was amazing until he got hurt, but he seems fine. We'll see. And in this one, the Eagles line dominated on both sides of the ball. And Saquon averaged 10.7 yards per carry, the 3rd best of his entire career. Hurts had 4 touchdowns, and yeah, I mean, there's pretty much nothing to complain about from the Eagles side of things. I asked for better trenches play, and they delivered and beat a bad, injured team. So, yay. Good job.
Hey, are you okay? Are you really fine?
This is the most shocking game of the week, and honestly one of the most surprising of the season to me, even though I feel like nobody's really giving this one attention, because we all saw the same game on Monday, right? I would have chosen to experience sleep paralysis with Geno Smith as my personal demon for 24 hours straight, rather than watching that offensive shitfest again, but then with their superstar out, they go out and walk a defense that just completely bottled up Bijan Robinson entirely. But I get it now. It's clear to me. It's over. The window's closed for the Niners. This is the fuck shit you get, Niners. Your whole team is old-ass dudes. Of course they're going to get injured. It's a miracle CMC hasn't gotten hurt yet, given his workload, and Trent Williams might as well have been hurt, the way that he got absolutely worked all game. But Stroud also just played his best game of the season, too. He made very, very few mistakes, and without any weapons on offense whatsoever, he led an offense that only punted 2 times. 2 punts for the Houston Texans. This was a bottom 3 offense all year, and they dropped an efficient 26 points on a defense that's been playing hard. This is the formula to success, sort of. I mean, they should have blown them out too, but they pissed it away, allowing 2 third and long daggers. But, you know, in the end, they won versus a team that, again, the Niners are well coached. They don't have the talent right there because of all the injuries, and it's not going to get better from here. This team is just a step behind, but they're going to have chances to make the playoffs still. Basically, if they can beat the Seahawks and or the Rams, they'll be able to get into the wild card. And, you know, with all their experience, they could make some noise. Who knows? But Houston, sorry, talked about the Niners too much. Houston, this is a massive, massive win, and you're going to have to go for a wild card spot too, because the way the Colts are playing, second in the division is probably the best you can do and compete with Jacksonville. Well, I just had a feeling the Ravens were going to win this game. I mean, my brain cannot accept my Super Bowl pick was going to bow out in Week 8, and thankfully, they didn't. Holy hell, they made adjustments, and not just on defense. They did do that as well, but offensively, they seem to have a new element open on offense with Snoop the Pro Bowler Huntley out there, and he's another, like, massive Ravens win away from getting a statue in Baltimore. I mean, this guy is the Ravens backup quarterback. Some teams just have, like, a singular backup to find them, and it really makes you wonder why the fuck they paid Cooper Rush, but whatever. And the Bears just had an off game too, or not even an off game because the defense is also injured beyond repair. Gordon, Stevenson, Jalen Johnson, and more were out, and add that onto a bad Caleb Williams game, who is just really struggling. And that's 3 games in a row where he's averaging 200 and more picks than touchdowns, with a 40 less passer rating than Drake May, but we'll be nice to him for now. Nothing to panic about for the Bears yet. I mean, in Baltimore, against a team as hungry as them, this is a completely fair loss. It just stings, because they could have had it if they did more. But Baltimore is just, they're scary, man. I don't know, there's a lot there. And with Lamar coming back, too, this team is like in playoff mode now, in week 8, and with a mindset that strong, that early, I don't know, dude. This is a team that is a few healthy players away from being a buzzsaw yet again, and I think the NFL should beware. That's all I'll say. I feel like I'd be doing you a disservice if I even showed any ounce of interest in the Cleveland Browns doing anything. Judkins got hurt, whatever, doesn't change anything. Dylan Gabriel still can't see over his fucking center, sure, sounds about right. Myles Garrett had 5 sacks and threw his helmet, like, bro, I don't care. You said I'm done being a loser, trade me, I'm not wasting my career until a wallet got waved in front of your nose, so I don't know what else to say. This was your choice, bro. But this was just another utter destruction by New England. And I think this begs the question. Is Drake May the greatest player in NFL history? I'm leaning towards yes. I mean, he is... Oh, he's so good. He's so good. And all the hype keeps going to the second half Patriots offense. I mean, Drake May was quite literally perfect in the second half, so why shouldn't it? However, I also think the Patriots defense has been elite too in that time period as well. As in the last 3 games, they've allowed just 9 second half points. Now, it also was against Cleveland in that sample size too, who is going fucking through it still. They had 21 total completions, and only 2 of them were to wide receivers. Jerry Jeudy doesn't play football anymore, and this wasn't a blowout too. Just put in Shador in a week or 2, and then I'll pay attention. But he's gonna go out there and suck ass with that cast of talent too. But there's no way he can't do better than this. Like, what the fuck is this?
What a fucking pathetic ass motherfucking...
Did this game happen? I think the fuck not. I don't know, bro. I say this sometimes, but man, I can throw a decent spiral sometimes. I got some experience under my belt, and I think I'd have a shot at outplaying Andy Dalton's fucking crusty lumberjack-looking Nigel Thornberry ass out there. I mean, fuck you, Andy. Fuck you. Dude has played 1 good game in 3 years, and it was against us to end our damn season. That's all I have to say. Sorry. The Panthers are not a very good team. The run defense was better over the past few weeks. I was about to praise them on that, and then James Cook broke records versus them. The Bills are good. They're going to beat bad teams, but they're still not a tier 1 Super Bowl contender for me. That's all I'll say. And now we kick off what has probably been the most boring 1 p.m. slate for sure. The Buccaneers played the Saints, and this game was never close at any point of it. Spencer Rattler got benched. That's pretty much the only thing that you can take away from this game. Did he deserve to be benched? Probably not, but the game was out of reach for sure. He had some bad turnovers, or unlucky turnovers. Honestly, they weren't all his fault, but it happens. Tyler Shuck went out there and showed flashes if you want to gaslight yourself into believing that, but he was also not good. There's not much to say here. The Bucs destroyed the Saints, who suck.
Nay.
I was really hoping for a fun game here. I really, really was. But here's the thing with the Dallas Cowboys, and this is why it perplexed me to see why people thought that this Cowboys team was good. Because if Dak Prescott isn't exactly Superman, they lose by 20. And that's exactly what happened in this game. The Denver Broncos played their most complete game of the season. However, I think a lot of that was also due to the Cowboys defense being already shit, and then also being down multiple defenders on defense, and now Trayvon Diggs is on IR because he fucking, I don't know, got punched by his dog? Who knows at this point? But the Cowboys have a massive issue that we all already know. They have no defense, they have no X factor on that side of the ball, and they can't stop anything. And with Dak Prescott not playing well, like, if Dak Prescott does not play well straight up, they will lose to the fucking New Orleans Saints. They will. And in this one, he just got shut down by the Broncos. So all credit to them. Denver is moving up in the power rankings for sure. And if they play like this, nobody's going to beat them. Nobody. Jonathan Taylor is Is there any more analysis I need to give on this game? Who scheduled this game, bro? I mean, this should have just been a forfeit before the week. It's just not even fair.
Fellas, we may have lost, but now we're on track for 9-8.
The much anticipated duel. Aaron Rodgers versus the Green Bay Packers. I mean, here's what I'll say. Sunday Night Football overall this year has been amazing storyline-wise. We got the Micah versus the Cowboys thing. They've been popping off with the narratives, and this was another good one that I was looking forward to, and a game that I will probably always remember for one reason. This being the moment where I realized Aaron Rodgers does not have much time left. It's sad, man, because God, for those of you that haven't been around for the last 10 plus years, it's sad to see Aaron Rodgers not just be the most dominant and feared force on a football field anymore. It really is sad. But in this one, Jordan Love really just worked the Steelers defense late in the game. It took them some time to get there, but in the fourth quarter, they just buried the Steelers. And Pittsburgh offense does not have that spark player either. They're just untalented and, safe. But that's what Arthur Smith does. And if the defense isn't controlling the game, the Steelers are not going to win it. This is not a very great team. They're fine. They're solid. They beat down on bad teams. But any team that has any massive superstar, they're going to struggle with. And in this one, they did, as the Packers just completely pulled away in the fourth quarter and put Aaron Rodgers to rest. He was a good man. He discount double-checked. He owned the Bears. He threw the Hail Marys. But no more is Aaron Rodgers, the man in Green Bay. Well, that's the appropriate game to cap off the week, huh? I mean, this was really just a bad week. There's no way to sugarcoat it. There was almost no entertaining games, and the New York Jets provided the most entertainment. And I guess the first half of this game was, fine. It was close. It wasn't a particularly entertaining game. It was just sloppy plays back and forth. And in the second half, the Chiefs just completely took over. I mean, they just are too good. They're just too good. Patrick Mahomes literally cannot be stopped when he's moved out of the pocket, not trying to glaze too much, but the Chiefs are just a machine, and the Commanders are injured and are not the same team without Jaden Daniels. They need to get healthy on offense. They need to get healthy on defense. They need to get healthy in general, but luckily the Cowboys are not threatening at all. So that wildcard spot is probably going to come down between them, Atlanta, and then potentially another team like Seattle or the Rams. So they need to pick things up fast, though, if they want to be able to grab one of those spots. But before we go, you know what time it is. It's time for the TubFrog Discord Awards, where I turn to you, the people, to see what you thought were the best and worst plays and players from Week 8. And without further ado, let's begin, because I asked what you thought the best play was from Week 8, and there was actually a lot of great plays. The best running back showed out, but it went to Michael Pittman and his one-handed snag for a touchdown. To be honest with you, this was a play that I didn't even see on Sunday, but after looking back at it, absolutely nuts. And then I asked what the worst play was from Week 8, and it went to Dylan Gabriel's grounding safety. I mean, once again, we got a lot of good contenders here, but Dylan Gabriel, his time is, boy, is it running out. And then I asked what the best game was from Week 8, and this was the weakest week of the season, like I said before, so it was Jets-Bengals, and it wasn't even a contest. I damn near thought about putting one game there, but democracy. And then I asked who the best player was from Week 8, and it went to Myles Garrett. I mean, this is a rare occasion, folks. I mean, a defensive player winning this award, absolutely crazy. And the fact that Tua only got 13 votes, come on now, that is disrespectful. And then I asked who the worst player was from Week 8, and guys, we can't, just because I put Geno Smith in the poll, you can't vote for him. He didn't play. That's not fair. So I guess I'll go for the next one, which was Carson Wentz, and he was absolutely terrible. And now he's basically out for the season, so appropriate. And then I asked who the best team was from Week 8, and it went to the Denver Broncos, which, yes, I get, but they just destroyed a bad team, basically. Well, bad defensive team. So I think they just matched up well with the Cowboys, and they took advantage of the matchup. They do get credit, but I would have given this to a team like the Texans or even the Packers. I don't know. And then I asked who the worst team was from Week 8, and it went to the Falcons, undeniably. It wasn't even close. There should have been only one answer for this as well. But then, a very, very hot topic here. I asked what your favorite Minecraft block was, and after a grueling process of elimination, it ended up going to TNT. Very, very thought-provoking question there. But anyways, if you like this video, then subscribe, because I got a lot of videos on the channel just like this one. And if you like this video, then watch this video I did a few weeks back on Dan Marino and his time in Miami and how they wasted his career. It's pretty good, trust me. And thanks to all my Patreons for pledging tiers. It truly does mean a lot, but anyways, until next time.